Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1981 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Cleveland Indians and the Detroit Tigers at Tiger Stadium. On the mound for the Indians is Len Barker, whose record is 4-1 with a 4.31 ERA. And pitching for the Tigers today is Dave Rozema, whose record is 3-1 with a 4.44 ERA. And so, we just got swept at home by the first place Red Sox. And before that, we got beat 2 out of 3 against the first place in the American League West Angels. And so we are getting our asses kicked right now. And it's nice to see the Indians come into town. They are below us, but basically they have the same record. So we are as bad as they are. I don't know what's going to happen here, but we need to get back to our winning ways. By the end of this series, I'm going to make a decision one way or another to make trades or to sign my pending free agents or people who are going to arbitration. Kind of put a plan together whether or not we're going to go for it or if we're going to pack it in for the season. And so this series against the Indians hopefully will give us some clarity. And you can see here that Penn Underwood and Tobic will not be available today because they are listed as tired. And Wilcox was not good. But Rozema's been pitching really, really well for us, so we'll see how that goes. Barker is a righty. And so here's our lineup today. The only real difference is Bobby Ramos is going to be making his first start as a Tiger. We got him in that trade with Montreal, in which we also got Bryn Smith. And we're going to give Parrish the day off today. He doesn't hit righties well anyway. So let's go ahead and do the Cleveland Indians rundown. Most of these cards. It's weird because the Indians, their roster is exactly the same as last year with the exception of trading for Robin Yount. So, but we'll get to that in a minute. Here's the lineup for today. Batting leadoff and playing second base is Kevin Romberg. Batting second and at DH is Carl Pagel. Batting third at shortstop is Robin Yount. Batting cleanup at first base is Andre Thornton. Batting fifth in right field is Gary Matthews. Batting sixth and catching is Chris Bando. Batting seventh in left field is Joe Charbonneau. Batting eighth at third base is Mike Champion. And batting ninth in center field is Rick Manning. Here's Dave Rozema. He's actually pitching well. He's the best pitcher in our starting rotation. He had that complete game 3 starts ago where he only gave up 2 runs. And then he took the loss against Toronto on the 7th, and then he came back and went 8 2/3 innings. It was a shutout until that last out where he gave up a run, and then we took him out as he was already listed as tired. So he's on the right track. Hopefully today he can come through and keep the Indians at bay. So here's Kevin Romberg. As you look at the Detroit Tigers defensive lineup there, here's Kevin Romberg leading off against Dave Rozema. And Romberg hits a line drive right at Whitaker at second base, and there's one down. Next up is Carl Pagel. Pagel pops it up on the infield, and Whitaker makes the play. So 2 down for Hall of Famer Robin Yount. As I mentioned, came over from Texas. And Yount gets a base hit to left. And so runner at first as Yount gets the first hit of the game. Here's Andre Thornton batting .278 versus righties. And there's a base hit through the left side of the infield. Yount holds it second. So 2 down. Here's Gary Matthews. As you can see, Jeremy did a great job with the Gary Matthews hat here, making him look like he's on the Indians. Fantastic job there. And Matthews hits a ground ball to Whitaker, and Whitaker makes all 3 outs. We head to the bottom of the first. Let's go ahead and do the Tigers lineup rundown. Batting leadoff in center field is Ricky Henderson. Batting second at shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting third at DH is Kirk Gibson. Batting cleanup at first base is Jason Thompson. Batting fifth in left field is Steve Kemp. Batting sixth in right field is Gary Hancock. Batting seventh at second base is Sweet Lou Whitaker. Batting eighth at catcher is Bobby Ramos. And batting ninth at third base is Tommy Brookins. On the mound for the Indians is Len Barker. Len Barker in real life threw that perfect game in 1981. This would have been that season, and he's actually off to the best start of his career at 4-1 with a 4.31 ERA. More walks than strikeouts. Opponents batting .279 against him, no complete games. In real life, he was the ace of the staff in 81, but I think he's in the number 4 spot on the Indians as you take a look at their defensive alignment there. And here is Ricky Henderson leading off against Barker. Henderson in a huge slump right now, grounds out to short. Basically, I've went back to our standard lineup now that we've made some trades. I mean, these are our guys, with the exception of Lance Parrish. So we're going to make it or break it with this lineup as Trammell walks. Trammell, the only player that's been consistent day in and day out. So runner at first for Gibby. Gibby also struggling, just above 300 now. He strikes out looking. So 2 down for JT in the cleanup spot. He does have the most RBIs on the team. And there we go. Line drive down the left field line all the way to the wall. Run scores, and we're definitely not going to stretch that into a triple. We're going to let Thompson hold with a double. And Tigers are ahead 1-0. Steve Kemp up next, and he strikes out. So we have ourselves a 1-0 early lead. Head to the top of the second inning. Chris Bando leading off. Batting .324 with 3 home runs. And he flies out to left center field. 1 down. And here's Super Joe Charbonneau, who was the Rookie of the Year in real life in 1981. And there's a base hit on an 0-2 count to left field. And an error by Kemp allows Charbonneau to move into scoring position. So runner on second for Mike Champion. Came over from the Padres last year. He gets a ground ball right to Brookins. Come on. Seriously, this is how this game's going to go. As Brookins makes an error. And it's first and third for Rick Manning. And, I mean, when that happens, there's really nothing you can do. Yeah, they get the run back on the sac fly by Manning. And at least Henderson didn't make an error. So the run scores. It's all tied up. Unearned, by the way. So 2 down, runner on first for Romberg. And Romberg pops it up to Whitaker, who makes the catch, and we go to the bottom of the second as the score is even at 1. Gary Hancock, we're trying to give him every chance he can to get back into the game, but he's play every day. He strikes out swinging, and for as good as he was last year, that's as bad as he is now. Whitaker hits a ground ball to short, and that is the second out. Here's Bobby Ramos making his first appearance of the year, first at bat as a Tiger. He was batting .250 in the minors. 9 doubles, 2 triples, 3 home runs. Again, he's the backup. He's got a really strong arm and great range. So he's exactly the kind of backup catcher you want. He gets a base hit in his first at bat. And no, we don't want to get the backup catcher thrown out at second base. We give Brookins a chance to atone for his error. And he walks. What is his, sorry, let's take a look here. What's his fielding percentage? Is he over 900 yet? No, he's not. I mean, look at this. His defensive WAR was above average, and 3.8 range factor, and I mean, he is untrustworthy. But he does get on base, so I mean, what are you going to do? Ricky Henderson flies out to left, and that's going to end the inning. So we go to the top of the third. Here's Carl Pagel leading off against Rozema, and Rozema walks him, something that he does not do very often. But Pagel does have a penchant for walking. And that is followed up subsequently by a home run from Robin Yount, and it is 3-1 the Tribe. Still nobody out, and Thornton follows that up back-to-back jacks. That is only the third home run for Andre Thornton, and it's 4-1. Folks, this is just not our season. This is one of those years. You know what? Whenever I start a new season, come on. Thompson, Gold Glover, makes an error. 3 errors in 3 innings. Not even 3 innings yet. But it always seems like when you start a new season, a new career, you start over in the game. And the first season is always, pretty decent. And the second year, you always suck. And then you're kind of forced to make decisions. So, yeah, that's what we're coming up to is no matter what we do here, we're going to be out of it. We're going to fall to 3 games under 500. And if you can't beat the Indians, then you're not gonna push past all the leaders. As Trammell has himself a base hit. At least we have as many hits as errors now. And Gibson's going to pop it up. So there's the first out of the inning. Trammell at first. Give Thompson another chance here. Do something good. And he walks. So first and second, 1 down. Kemp has a chance here to tie it up with 1 swing. Nope, that's a double play. So we go to the top of the 4th. Down by 3. Rick Manning will lead it off. Manning hits a line drive to second. 1 down. Here's Kevin Romberg. And, that's the other crazy thing is like, you look at their lineup, it's full of a bunch. Seriously. 4 errors in 4 innings. I mean, how can I compete with that? Oh my God, this is so horrible. Like I would be angry if it wasn't already just ridiculous. It's almost funny. Oh man, we go to the bottom of the 4th. We do turn a double play there. As Thompson, the Gold Glovers, made 2 errors. Hey, Gary Hancock, getting off the schneid, has himself a double. I mean, we're not out of it in this game or on the season, but anyone would have to admit that we are not in a position here to make any real run at it. Line drive right to the second baseman. Even on a ground ball, I mean, Hancock would have scored, but no. And lined out to center from Tommy Brookins. So, I mean, you can't even do the basic shit. Go to the top of the 5th. Here's Robin Yount. Had the first of the back-to-back home runs. And he hits a ground ball to first. There's one down. Next up is Andre Thornton. Ground ball to Whitaker. Hey, nobody makes an error. We're not out of it yet, though. Here's Gary Matthews. Rozema walks Matthews. So the last time he walked somebody, they hit a home run right afterwards. Bando flies out to right field, and we keep him off the board for consecutive innings, and we did not make an error. Go to the bottom of the fifth. Ricky Henderson has become increasingly useless to this team. He is now batting .260 as a Tiger. His on-base percentage is right in line with his career numbers, though. So he's getting on base with walks. Trammell gets hit by a pitch. So Trammell's on first. I mean, Gibby can't hit anymore. I may as well try to steal second base. We're down 3. Not a smart move, but Trammell is successful. So he's standing on second base. A chance for Gibby to drive him in. And that might move him up to third, which is like putting lipstick on a pig, because it doesn't matter. It's still a pig, right? I mean, I got nothing against pigs. I got nothing against pigs wearing lipstick. Thompson walks first and third. Another chance for Kemp to do something. Oh, what do you know? Base hit to center field. Thompson hustles into third, and it's 4-2 on the RBI single from Kemp. You must have liked my lipstick on a pig analogy. Ground ball by Hancock to third, and that's the third out. We'll get another run on the board. It is 4-2. Let's look at the in-game stats. I mean, Trammell is 1 for 1 with a walk, a hit by pitch, and a stolen base. So that's probably the player of the game at the halfway point, as Charbonneau hits a ground ball to short. 1 down. Yeah, Charbonneau, this is off the top of my head. I hopefully I won't get any of the information wrong, but he was a one and done. I mean, he had that breakout rookie year where there wasn't much competition. He won the Rookie of the Year, and then that was it. I mean, they gave him the spot out of spring training in '82, and he was just terrible. As Whitaker leads off the bottom of the 6th with a base hit. And, I mean, why not? I mean, let's try to get a double. Yeah, there we go. Whitaker in scoring position. Let's try to have Ramos at least hit to the right side. Push it along, maybe move Whitaker up. No, he gets a base hit as he can't follow instructions, but he gets a base hit. Whitaker moves up to third. And we're going to have Brookins lay down a bunt. I don't think he can do anything positive. We're going to try to bunt for a hit. Nice. Let's do it. Oh, what's going on? Is that a line drive? A line out. Absolute crap. So there's 1 down. Barker tired at 102 pitches. And Henderson strikes out. Trammell, base hit up the middle, another run scores. And that's going to be it for Barker. They're going to bring in Bobby Cuellar. Take a look at Bobby. 28 years old. His 9th game, he's 2-1. Solid ERA. Man, for being a nobody, he pitched pretty good last year too. Has 12 Ks and 15 innings pitched. And definitely turned it around from last year's ratio. But opponents are batting .300. He's got 2 saves. He's blown a couple. So first and second, they bring in a righty to face Gibby too, with all these lefties in a row. That seems weird. As Gibson gets a base hit up the middle, will Ramos score? He does, and ties up the game. So some suspect managerial moves by the Indians, and it's first and second, 2 outs for JT, and Thompson's going to hit a high fly ball to center field. And that should be the 3rd out, as it is caught by the center fielder Manning. So we go to the top of the 7th. Some new life for Rozema as he faces the leadoff hitter, Romberg. Romberg hits a ground ball to short. There's one down. Next up is Carl Pagel. And Rozema, who's now tired, strikes out Pagel. Do we let him try to get through the inning against Robin Yount, who's 2 for 3 with a dong? He's 5 for 11 overall. I think we give him one chance, right? Ground ball to short. Trammell makes the play. So we have a chance here to get Rozema the win. We'll see if that works out for him as Kemp hits it right back to Cuellar. There's one down. Next up is Gary Hancock. Hancock led the team with home runs last year, I think, didn't he? And he's only got a couple this year as he flies out to right field. Next up is Sweet Lou. Lou takes a third strike looking. So that's going to be it for Rozema as he's right around 100 pitches. Could have been worse. I mean, when your defense commits 4 errors, I mean, what are you going to do? What are you going to do but bring in Weaver, our setup man, right-hander, to face Andre Thornton. Thornton's 1 for 4 against Weaver in his career. And Weaver strikes out Thornton on what would have been ball 4, a 10-pitch at bat. So Thornton put up a fight, but Weaver came out victorious. Gary Matthews hits a ground ball to Trammell. That's 2 down. Here's Chris Bando, younger brother of Sal Bando, legendary player for the A's and the Brewers. And he flies out to left field. We go to the bottom of the 8th, and it's all tied at 4. Bobby Ramos, 2 for 3 on the day. 2 for 4 as he grounds out to short. 1 down for Tom Brookins. Piece of garbage that he is. It's a line drive. Oh, it falls in. My bad. We're going to go for 3. Oh, come on. He's got a 94 speed, and the ball was against the wall. Bad. But Manning does have a good arm. He did win a Gold Glove once. So, I mean, and keep this in mind. We say this every time. When a base running blunder happens, the other team comes back and scores a shit ton of runs. So let's see how that plays out. As Henderson walks, everybody in the park knows he's stealing. Except for apparently the Indians bench. As Henderson does take second base. So can Trammell drive him in? He's having a hell of a day. 2 for 2, 2 walks, a hit by pitch, and they're going to take him out and bring in Tom Waddle. Tom Waddle. He's terrible last year. He's terrible this year. And that's all you need to know. 7 walks with 3 Ks. He's got a gun for an on-base average, 357. He's not doing too hot. And then there's Gibson, who's really struggling. And he's going to hit a fly ball in the left center field that is going to be caught. So we go to the 9th, all tied up at 4. And we're going to keep Weaver in there to face Super Joe. Let's see how this goes. Oh, ground ball right back to Weaver. He throws him out. 1 down. Here is Mike Champion, 0 for 3 on the day. Batting .309 versus righties, though. Wow. As he flies to center field, Henderson makes the catch. 2 down. Here's the lefty, Rick Manning. Okay, we're gonna give him 1 shot here. Manning doesn't have a lot of power. Okay, so he walks the number 9 hitter to get to Romberg. We're gonna guard the lines. This will be his last batter either way. and a base hit to right. All right, so we're going to take out Weaver. We're going to bring in Capizzello. This is what he does. He gets the lefties out. He's been really struggling, though. I mean, his ERA is like tripled. Take a look at the game log. Yeah, that 4-run game. He had a 3-run game a week earlier. So, yeah, he has not been good. But you know what? He's just got to get one out, and it's a guy that's batting 182 versus lefties. Ground ball to second, and Whitaker makes the play. So we get out of that jam. We go to the bottom of the 9th, and we actually have a chance to win. So, I mean, that hasn't happened in, like, forever. JT leading off. Oh, he shoots it to left. Base hit. And you know we're taking Thompson out. He is the slowest dude on the team. And that's going to be a job for Stegman. He's got decent speed. And then we're going to hit and run with Kemp. Got good contact. 2 for 6 with a home run against Waddell. Oh, God, he hits it right back to Waddell. That should move. Oh, it's an error. Everybody's safe. So the Indians are trying to give us this one. We've hung in there long enough. All right, so, yeah, we're going to have to let Hancock, I mean, he does have an average bunt. I mean, I think we got to let him swing away. Oh, no. Oh, base hit. Is that going to be the game? All right. So we come back and we win that one on a game-winning RBI by Gary Hancock. We win 5-4 in the bottom of the 9th. We needed that win as bad as we've ever needed a win. We'll take the victory at 5-4. We'll look at the standings. And we're still a game under. We do gain one game on the leaders. So we're 6.5 back. Let's take a look at transactions. And Jim Todd retires from the Giants, the Gigantes. Yeah. Wow. He hasn't pitched in 2 years. And maybe a good reason. Okay, let's pull up the box score and we'll get out of there. We'll take a win. The thing is, we're going to win these 3 games probably, and I won't have any more of an idea whether I should sell them off or go for it. So, as you look at my my YouTube channel statistics, definitely player of the game. Even though Hancock did get the game-winning RBI, we got to give it to Trammell. 2 for 2, 2 runs, RBI. He had 2 walks, got hit by a pitch, and had a stolen base. So, I mean, what else do you have to do? So we're going to give it to Trammell. That is his team tying 6th player of the game. George Capizzello comes in, throws 3 pitches, gets the win. Rozema pitched solid. Defense didn't help him out. And Weaver, 1 2/3. Scoreless relief. Waddell takes the loss, predictable based on his ERA. Yount and Thornton each get a home run. So that was a game we really needed, and we'll be grateful for that. We'll come back tomorrow, play the next one. Until then, everyone, have a great night.